Oregon, like a gleaming star in the western heavens, 100 years ago, set a vast migration surging westward. To these adventurous ones who traveled with the sun, Oregon was a land of fabled wonders. The beauty and charm of this then new land was beyond the vision of these sturdy pioneers, whose ox teams wore deep the original Oregon Trail. Today, there is a new Oregon Trail, a trail of modern paved highways leading to beauty spots of unsurpassed grandeur. Gone are the hardships and dangers of the pioneer days. The old Oregon Trail is a memory, but the new Oregon Trail, a network of modern paved highways, opens to the world a scenic wonderland where one may adventure with speed and comfort. A corps of courteous and efficient state police guard your safety on Oregon's highways. They are always glad to assist one in trouble or help with information. Lifting skyward in northeastern Oregon are the forest-clad Wallowa Mountains, presenting nature at her best. Mountain lakes dot the region like shimmering jewels. Here was the hereditary home of the Nez Perce Indians, who named it Valley of Winding Waters. The mountains beckon, the trail invites, and gamey trout await those willing to climb into the saddle on the back of a sure-footed horse. Down from the mountains to Celilo Falls near the Dalles, Indians enjoying their treaty rights and catching salmon by spear and dip net. Just beyond the city of Portland, along the Columbia River Highway, Multnomah Falls, a beautiful torrent of water, plunges headlong down a sheer cliff, 620 feet. Kissed by passing winds, the spray spreads a gossamer mist in rainbow-draped ribbons, dancing down the moss-carpeted walls to a pool below. Multnomah is the queen of 11 similar falls that greet the eye within a distance of 11 miles. Here is another, Waukena Falls. At Crown Point stands the Vista House, a memorial to Oregon pioneers. Below, the beauty of the Columbia Gorge unfolds itself. Man's conquest of nature, carving a road through a mountain of stone, lends variety and enchantment at Mitchell Point Tunnel above the broad Columbia. But an even greater conquest, one surely never dreamed of by the intrepid Lewis and Clark, when in 1805 their exploring eyes first beheld the mighty Columbia River, is Bonneville Dam, built by the government at a cost of some $73 million to provide power, production, and navigation in Columbia Gorge. A few more miles along the Columbia River Highway, more glimpses of rare beauty, then Portland, the city of roses. A modern industrial seaport with beach, mountain, and lake resorts within a few hours' drive of the city. The Rose Festival, held in June of each year, is world famous as an unsurpassed pageant of flowers. Fleet Week in Portland brings Uncle Sam's Sea Armada to the city's riverfront. A gala sight, inspiring and colorful. At Oswego Lake, close to the city's outskirts, is the answer to a golfer's prayer. But perhaps you prefer a canoe. What's more fun than a picnic? And here's the very spot. Shampooing State Park, site of the Pacific Coast First American Commonwealth. And speaking of state parks, Oregon has scores of them. Here's beautiful North Falls and South Falls, both in Silver Creek Falls State Park. For those who admire architectural beauty, the state capitol building at Salem is a poem in marble. Coming back to the Columbia Highway, we climb to Clatsop Crest, which gives a panoramic view of the mighty Columbia and surrounding world of evergreens. Here at Astoria, when the salmon are running, is something rare to witness. Men who go down to the sea in small but sturdy boats to gather the silver hoard of salmon make Astoria their home port. Astoria is a city rich in romantic history, remembering its past and honoring its founder, John Jacob Astor, with a column of impressive design. At Astoria, the Columbia River Highway joins with the Oregon Coast Highway, the world's most majestic ocean road, paralleling the Pacific for 400 miles. At Gearhart, clam digging when the tide is low offers both sport and a rare table treat. On the Beach at Seaside might be the title of a song, and it is, the song of thousands who revel in the delights of this oceanside playground. Foam-crested waves, acres of glistening sands provide a year-round playground of unusual charm. A few miles further, through a deep forest, is Cannon Beach, adorned with fantastic rocks and a 12-mile stretch of close-packed sand. Ah, what a place for a canter. What a place to while away days or weeks. Neahkahnie Beach. Indian legends and names are closely linked with Oregon's attractions. Oregon takes pride in her beaches, and almost everyone is state-owned. They belong to the people. Rockaway is one of the famous Tillamook beaches. A snug little harbor, which would have been a haven to pirates and smugglers of other days, is Depot Bay, now a port for a fleet of sturdy fishing boats, which take folk out through the breakers to fish for salmon, cod, red snapper, and other saltwater denizens. Here the highway ascends to provide a scenic view from Otter Crest, one of the most outstanding promontories on the coast. Passing Yaquina Bay State Park, we cross Yaquina Bridge, one of 5 major structures that have eliminated ferries along the Oregon Coast Highway. At Yacita Head stands a lighthouse named after the Spanish explorer, Captain Bruno Yacita. Close by is Cape Creek Bridge, a beautiful arch structure leading into a tunnel. Almost anywhere along this rugged shoreline, fishermen may be found casting their lines and hauling in their fishing catch. An interesting diversion enjoyed by many who frequent Oregon's beaches is a hunt for agates, which are plentiful. When nightfall comes, the beach still holds its charm. Driftwood fires provide fun and lots of comfort. And there's no end to the supply of fuel. Here, north of Florence, herds of sea lions live on shore ledges and congregate in caves beneath the highway. Oregon's coastline is a region of state parks. The Jesse M. Honeyman Memorial Park near Florence is typical of these playgrounds. Choice scenic, historic, and recreational areas have been set aside by the state in many sections. They are developed and supervised by the State Highway Commission. At Reedsport, a highway branches inland along the Umpqua River, a beautiful region. The Umpqua affords some of the finest fishing in Oregon. Artistry and beauty, as well as utility, are built into Oregon's bridges, and they are toll-free to the world. Coos Bay Bridge is a large cantilever-type structure with lovely landscape plazas at each end. As the coastline approaches its extreme southern end, an impressive array of offshore rock formations greet the eye at Bandon. These huge rock towers are known as sea stacks. Farther down the coast at Gold Beach, near the mouth of the Rogue River, is a famous salmon fishing ground. Trolling for these gamey fighters brings rare and exciting sport. Running up the lower Rogue by high-powered motorboats, especially built to overcome roaring rapids, is an adventure. This stream is famed for the steelhead fly fishing. In the heart of the Siskiyou Mountains are the Oregon Caves, called the Marble Halls of Oregon. In winding corridors and countless chambers are weird but majestic creations. Few caverns of the world contain more fantastic interest than the famous Ghost Chamber, Paradise Lost, King's Palace, or Dante's Inferno. Deer have become exceedingly tame in the Federal Reserve surrounding